Shazbot, don't kill me. We'll just stay on this one, but we're going to have to go back and get those other two. But you'll knock them out super fast because you're a pro now.
No, I've never said that, but I guess I've had some practice.
I'm so glad I caught that right now. Oh my God, can you imagine? I'm so sorry.
No, with me, it's okay. You'd have to explain that with the John. Don't worry about me.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're talking about, so we're doing question number 3. We're talking about the mentoring program.
Okay. All right, here we go. So one of the strengths of the Kennedy King Scholarship Foundation is our mentoring program, where we actually pair up each of the scholars with a board member for ongoing support and advice. The goals of the program provide scholars with a resource person that can answer questions about the foundation's procedures. We're also there to build a relationship and maintain regular contact with the scholars, so we're there for advice when they encounter academic or personal problems. In addition to that, these relationships, we build strong relationships between the mentor and mentees that even after they graduate, we can provide some assistance in regards to resume preparation, or even, doing some outreach and in regards to professional contacts for employment opportunities. If we execute these goals effectively, the benefits for the scholar will be significant, because I am a firm believer that a moment of mentoring today can change a person's life tomorrow and beyond.
I thought that went pretty well. How did you feel about it?
We're going to go with it.
Okay. Do you have a preference for going back to those beginning ones, or you want to keep pushing through and then we'll get them at the end?
Let's go back to 1 and 2. Those are the easy ones.
Okay. So that first one was just your name, your job, and the board member since 2016. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Hello, my name is Uriel Oseguera, aka OC. I am currently a vice president of finance at Chevron Corporation, and I have been a board of the Kennedy King since 2016.
It was so perfect, except for you said board instead of board member.
Oh yeah, let's give it another run. Okay. Hello, my name is Uriel Oseguera, aka OC. I am currently a vice president of finance at Chevron Corporation, and I am currently a Kennedy King board member since 2016.
You want to do that again? Let's not on
Yes. A little tongue twister there.
Third time's a charm.
If you're not recording those, Stephanie, that's okay. All right. Hello, my name is Uriel Oseguera, aka OC. I am currently a vice president at Chevron Corporation, and I have been a board member for Kennedy King since 2016.
One more time, there was an audio issue on my end.
You're killing me now.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Tell me when.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hello, my name is Uriel Oseguera, aka OC. I am currently a vice president of finance at Chevron Corporation, and I have been a board member of Kennedy King since 2016.
We got it.
All right.
Okay, then the second one was
letting the ladder down.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one's a bit of a tongue twister. All right, we'll give it a shot. You let me know.
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Okay. When I refer to letting the ladder down, I'm referring to my personal challenges going through both from my academic and my professional career. I've been fortunate enough that I got into a point where I can help others along that journey. And that's my reference when I let the ladder down, to help others that have been disadvantaged either academically, personally, and socioeconomically. And so I get a lot of gratification in trying to help others along that same journey that I've been on.
Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. When I refer to letting the ladder down, I am referring to the challenges that I've encountered going through both my academic and professional career. I'm fortunate enough, I'm at a point now where I can actually let the ladder down and help others along the journey as well, both from an academic standpoint and a social economic standpoint, either from a mentoring. We'll scratch.
You
that.
almost got it. You almost got it.
Yeah.
I liked how you started that one.
Okay. Okay. Can't you clip me?
I don't have any B-roll.
Yeah, you can tell.
You have to nail it.
Yeah. All right, you let me know when.
Go.
Hello. Oh, actually, let me just. All right, let's go again. When I refer to letting the ladder down, it's really I'm talking about the kind of addressing the issues that I came up through the ranks, both from an academic and my professional career. I'm fortunate enough now I'm in a position where I can help others along that same journey. And Kennedy King is a prime group of people that can definitely help them along that same sort of journey and help them along the same struggles and fighting against those headwinds that I've encountered as well.
Okay.
I don't know if I like that one.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because I don't want to like beat this into the ground either. We can either do another take now, or we can move on and then come back to this at the end.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. So you told me about your personal feelings about the goals, which was awesome. Can you also just share, how does it feel for you to be able to provide that mentorship to Kennedy King Scholars?
So my personal experience with the mentorship is both gratifying from two standpoints. One, I get to provide advice and help others learn from my mistakes along the journey. But as part of this mentorship, it's also kind of a two-way mentorship because I get to learn about their personal challenges as well, which is also very gratifying and insightful. And it broadens my perspective in regards to the challenges of every individual, because we all have individual stories in regards to our backgrounds and the challenges that we have in life. And when I look at my personal experience, it's not just the gratification of giving advice, but it's also hearing about their stories, because that personally provides personal growth for me in regards to just becoming more diverse and inclusive and understanding different cultures and viewpoints from individuals.
I love that. Did you like, were you talking about that one?
We'll go with one take on that one. We're good.
All right. Woohoo. Okay, we're nearing the end here. So you kind of actually were going into this a little bit. You were kind of going into this a little bit about it in terms of personal, but like, how you were talking about you're feeling that it's important to support Kennedy King, because even though it seems like it's this little thing that we're doing, the more little things we do, the more likely we are to get to that vision of a more equitable society, right? And what I'm really looking for you is to just, share about how this really does help and does change lives, and it does change larger society. And honestly, that this is true because you lived it.
Yeah. Okay. So how do I wrap that up here? Let me just
can you just put that all together?
in 10 seconds or less? So I guess when you ask, how would the question be phrased so I can kind of segue into the question and kind
Yeah,
of
I'm trying to think about it like if someone, I mean, I don't know if you ever have donor conversations or if it's somebody, this is such a strong conversation right now, right? Like this is a time in our world where people care about this, like it's a moment in time where we are all feeling galvanized, that we understand that there's inequities in how our society works, and we want to be able to change that. So you're talking to somebody who, I want to make change in this world. How can I do that? How does Kennedy King help me do that? Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And how do I personalize that? Okay. I'm kind of.
We can handle that as a separate thing if you have a hard time bringing that into it. It was just something that like came to us as we were thinking about it.
Okay. Let's move on that one. You can't
move on which one?
Can you hear any background, like tree cutting noise?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, because the gardeners are starting to.
Oh dang! All right, we gotta hurry up.
Okay.
So if I'm sitting here and I want to make a difference in the world, how does engaging with Kennedy King help me do that?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when you say engaging in Kennedy King, from my perspective or the scholar's perspective?
So supporting Kennedy King from
Okay.
a donor's perspective. I don't
So-
want you to actually like speak to donating, but I think
Yeah.
you could use the word support, like when you support.
Okay, so this is why I support Kennedy King then. It's just
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So from a personal standpoint, I have been supporting Kennedy King for years because as a former scholar and have received numerous scholarships, Kennedy King was the most important one that I had received because what it stood for. It stood for in regards to supporting people that had, had financial disadvantages, but had academic excellence, but also had, hardships, life hardships in regards to their personal lives. So I always viewed that, kind of the Chevron scholars as kind of the underdogs of academia from that perspective. And so I get, it's very gratifying to me to try to help and support the underdog to fight those headwinds, to progress against those headwinds around, the financial needs of an individual or unconscious biases that are out there in society today. This for a lot of these folks, they're first generation scholars. This may be their one and only opportunity to advance, to complete their college educations. So Kennedy King not only provides the financial resources, but we also provide the mentoring and the advice along that journey, because we do want each of those scholars to be successful, not only from an academic standpoint, but also to eventually come back and give back to the community that they live in and provide the right support from that perspective.
Okay, there's a lot of good stuff there. Could we try it again? And maybe start. So I'm trying to not reveal that you were a scholarship recipient until the end.
Okay.
So if there's a way to kind of start with like Kennedy King scholars, what were you saying? Like,
we'll kind of identify them as the underdogs of life, I guess.
Yeah. Or you see them as underdogs, or you want to help, or because you mentioned that before in our pre-interview as well, and that
Okay, well, let me see how I can address that. All right. So I personally get involved with Kennedy King because I view these scholars as financially disadvantaged, have very difficult hardships in life, but they do have academic performance and the know-how to excel if granted the opportunity. Kennedy King provides that catalyst so they can succeed in life, not only from an academic perspective, but also from a professional perspective. I also view these scholars as somewhat the underdogs in academia because of the headwinds that they have to fight in order to complete their college education and reach their educational aspirations.
Um,
That one I cut a little shorter.
yeah, no, that's good. Shorter's good. I'm just thinking about, so I didn't want to get too hung up on describing the kids as being, or the students as being,
Underdogs.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's more thinking about the outcomes.
Okay.
So, maybe it's more a message of like, I support Kennedy King because this is what the results are.
Yeah.
You take these students that are, maybe an underdog in terms of the challenges that they have to deal with, and then they come out on the other end, successful in their education, successful in their professional lives, and in how they, operate in the world, in the community.
Yeah. Okay. So just stay away from the. Okay.
I don't want you to not mention it. I'm not saying don't mention it. I just didn't want that to be the whole focus of it. So more about the outcomes that come
Yeah.
from supporting.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, dang. Now I'm hearing something.
Excuse me.
I said, now I'm hearing something.
Well, they're not doing anything here.
Oh, maybe it's wind. Okay. Sorry. You're doing great.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. So I've been involved with Kennedy King for a number of years because I feel it is a strong catalyst to help a number of disadvantaged students in regards to, from a financial perspective and dealing with hardships in life. A lot of these scholars just need that additional assistance to help them achieve their educational aspirations. And Kennedy King provides that platform not only from a financial perspective, but also from a mentoring perspective that I had indicated. And the benefits of that, we see these kids grow from, going from the junior college to a four-year university. And when they complete that education, you could just see that change in regards to how engaged they are with their local communities, how engaged and passionate they are about their career aspirations. And that has a multiplier effect when you think about when they come back to a local community and how they impact that local community from that perspective.
That was exactly right from the content perspective. Did you feel okay about what you said? You want to try it one more time?
Let's give it another go.
Yep.
that one was okay. Hope I can do better.
You got this.
Okay. I've been involved with Kennedy King for a number of years because I view Kennedy King as a strong catalyst to help out a number of disadvantaged students, both from a financial perspective, but also to help address some of the hardships in life that they've encountered. It is such a strong catalyst. It really helps the students not only from a financial perspective, but also from a mentoring perspective to achieve their educational aspirations. And when they complete their university or educational aspirations and go on to their career goals or their professional careers, we see the benefit of that from a community standpoint in regards to how they contribute back and the way that they get engaged with their local community from both the social political standpoint as well. So it ultimately makes the local community a better community because of it.
That was great. You want to do it one more time?
You go with one of the two, and we'll roll with it.
Okay. So it just last one before we go back to that one that we that I didn't record. I mean, I basically just need you to say, as a follow-up to what you just said, is like, and I know this because this was my experience. I was a Kennedy King Scholar, class of 1988.
Well, maybe I won't say the year. I'll age myself.
Yeah, you don't have to state the year.
But you want me to say, like, okay, I'll give it a run.
Yeah.
And I know this is true because I've lived it, because I too was a Kennedy King Scholar.
I mean, that was perfect.
Oh. Let me turn on the light again. That's weird. The timer.
Do you want to do it one more time for me?
Let's give it another go. You just have to tell me when.
Oh, sorry. Whenever you're ready.
All right. And I know this because I've lived it. Because I too was a Kennedy King Scholar.
Love it. Can I give me one more time, but big smile at the end?
Okay. Tell me when.
Go.
And I know this is true because I've lived it. Because I too was a Kennedy King Scholar.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay, so we just need to go back. You're almost done, and do the ladder down one.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you don't need to, I mean, maybe it would be helpful to not feel like, I mean, if you don't have to use that term, I just liked it. And it seemed like it was something that you used.
Yeah, maybe that's where I'm getting kind of hung up on, is just trying to use that phrase. And I don't know if a lot of people will understand it too, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense to me when you describe it. But again, I was just sort of like, just wanted to kind of provide folks some context. So it's not so, people get pulled in. It helps them understand when they can identify with someone.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's just really what I'm trying to share here. Because I imagine a lot of people in the audience feel similarly, right? They want to also help others.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll give it a couple more runs.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. When I refer to letting the ladder down, it's really in reference to the struggles that I personally had to deal with in regards to the challenges from both an academic and professional standpoint. I'm at the point now where professionally now I can let the ladder down and help others that have headwinds in regards to progressing their both educational and professional aspirations. And I do get a lot of, that obviously I get a lot of personal gratification on being able to help others, because when I was coming through the ranks, there were people that let their ladder down to help me progress my career goals as well.
I love that. I know you had a lot of ums in there,
yeah.
But in terms of like how you phrased it all, like it made total sense and like was really effective.
Yeah.
Do you want to just try it one more time? I think we can use that one, but do you want to just,
I'll give it another try, and I may move somebody let the ladder down for me a little earlier.
Yeah.
Just kind of reciprocating, giving back, right? If
Yes,
somebody
yes,
gave to me. Okay.
yeah. Whenever you're ready.
When I refer to letting the ladder down, this is really a concept where, as I was struggling through both my academic and professional career, my mentor or sponsor helped me by letting his ladder down to come up through the ranks in regards to my professional career. I'm at a point now in my career that I felt like I need to let the ladder down and help others, from both an academic standpoint and a professional standpoint. And it just kind of a multiplier effect if people continue to do that um, from various elements of it to help these folks. Oh, I screwed that up.
You almost had it. You almost had it. Just roll right into another one.
Okay, we'll give it another roll. You tell me when we're ready.
Go.
When I refer to letting the ladder down, this is in regards to my personal struggles, both academically and professionally. When I was coming through the ranks, I had somebody that let their ladder down to help me grow professionally. I'm lucky enough, I'm at a point in my career now that I can help others. And so I let my ladder down to help those that are struggling through either academically or professionally, bringing down barriers so they can, so they can succeed. And it's also in addition to just bringing down barriers to fight headwinds that could come from, from a financial perspective or coming from hardships perspectives as well. So I let the ladder down not only from a mentoring standpoint, but from a professional standpoint by connecting, my professional contacts to help others along their journey as well, to meet their own personal career goals and educational goals as well.
All right. I think we have something there.
Okay. Or if not, you could throw that whole segment out.
Well, thank you so much. I
You
hope that wasn't.
you gotta make me look good, Stephanie.
I hope that wasn't too painful for you.
As you can see, I don't enjoy doing this, and I gotta do them on workplace all the time at work.
No, well, you did great. We really appreciate you participating. And I just wanted to ask you, so you did not have any pictures of you with any of your mentees, is that right?
No, and I was hoping that Jim Kennedy, he's the one that has the archive of photos, and I know in the past, he has taken photos of our mentee mentor orientation sessions, but he hasn't responded to our email. So
maybe I'll just try and follow up with him individually and see if he has anything.
And I did follow up with John on that too, and John said, "No, you're talking." I reached out to the right guy. Jim Kennedy has that information.
Okay. And then and then Jim was also the one that might have the picture of you receiving a scholarship or something?
Or at least my picture back in 1988.
Because you said they had used it for something?
Yeah, they typically use it for the brochures, right? So every dinner they have a dinner brochure. So
right.
The archive of all those brochures, and I couldn't find mine because I moved too many times around the globe. I just don't have it anymore. He would have a picture of it.
All right. I'll check with Jim and see if we can find it. Oh, you know what I'm gonna have you do? Actually, just shoot, I ended the stream. Oh no, we're going. Sorry, I'm gonna bring you back up here. I'm just gonna have you. We may not use this, but can you just do something a little strange for me? So I'm gonna have you kind of look down at the floor, and then I'm going to count to 3, and I want you to kind of slowly look up and look at the camera by the time I get to 3. So I'll count you. Okay, so look down. And then as I'm counting, look up to the camera. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was very slow. Let's do it again a little bit faster.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to have you do it one more time. And then this time when you make eye contact with the camera, if you can smile.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you so much. I know that's weird.
I gotta ask, why do you do that?
So we might have, so why it's helpful to like have B-roll is like, let's say I want to edit out some of that stuff, right? Like it helps to kind of cover when you chop stuff up. So it doesn't, otherwise you end up with something where it looks like it might look choppy, or it just kind of smooths it out. So like, especially like that shot that I just took, we might show that and play the voiceover of you saying who you are.
Okay. Okay.
So it just makes it a little bit more interesting or artsy.
Okay. Well, work your magic. I'm sure you'll work your magic.
Thank you again. Have a great rest of your Friday.
And I greatly appreciate your flexibility. It's been a heck of a roller coaster.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, have a great day.
Okay. Take care. You too.
Bye.